I want to chop up some resin. So I have these scraps, basically offcuts of resin from when I made my stained glass tea light holders, and they are too pretty to waste. I mean, look at them. They are stunning and sparkly, and we need to use these. So basically, I want to chop these up and I want to make a bowl using this. If you've seen my trash to art video, we made a really insane looking lunar bowl with this. And I said back then, I want to try this with the resin. So we're going to do that today. We're going to chop up some resin. We're going to try and mix all in this, and we're going to hope for the best. Let's do it. I've decided to start with our fiery pieces, and in order to cut these, I am using my ultrasonic cutter, which is this NeoBlade from Hozo. And honestly, this works ridiculously well. How do I know? Because I used this literal blade to actually cut our pieces for our stained glass versions that I did, and it worked so well. That is kind of why I wanted to chop up resin. So anyway, I will link it in the description for you guys. The only problem is that this resin has obviously been cured for ages, so it is so hard. Before I use our knife and cut these, I just like to blast it with blowtorch just for a few seconds, and then the blade glides through them like butter. This I was having fun doing, but I'm not gonna lie, I realized that it is gonna be a while before I cut all of this. And also I couldn't help but notice that this was giving serious like cooking show vibes. You know, like all of those chefs that are like confidently chopping up mountains of vegetables in seconds. Literally the same vibe, except I'm chopping resin instead. So not sure if I'm making art or preparing a very questionable resin stir fry at this point. But lucky for you, you don't have to watch me do this in real time, because after what felt like several business days of chopping resin, I finally have a lovely pile of these fiery, warm fragments just ready to go into some resin. Now, for my resin, I'm using Let's Resin epoxy resin, who are also the kind sponsors of today's video. So massive thank you to Let's Resin for supporting my mad projects on this channel. I'm going to link everything that I've used, the resin, my discount code in the description. I'm also going to link the NeoBlade in there and pretty much everything that I've used to create this project. Now, I've added the tiniest hint of yellow, like literally barely any, just enough so we have like a little warmth through the piece. Basically, it is time to bring out my sophisticated bowl making contraption, and I'm just going to dunk all of this in. And I've realized I may have not mixed quite enough resin as I would have liked.
Hey, we all saw that coming, didn't we?
But at this point, I feel like we'll end up with a shallow bowl, which is fine. It's fine, honestly. I'm not mad at that vibe. Maybe I'll mix more resin for the next bowl. Once I've got the lid on, I do see a lot of like trapped bubbles in there. So all I do is pour some isopropyl alcohol just to pop those and just like slowly put down my lid just to make sure there's no like trapped air pockets. Like there will be some bubbles, but I don't want like hardcore like craters and holes in there that I then later have to deal with. Once I'm happy with the situation, I'm just gonna close this contraption. I now need to weigh this down in the center for it to have that ball shape. Now, last time when I used this contraption with Resin-Creed, I basically balanced a bunch of like bottles on top, some kind of very questionable engineering project. But at this time, I think I have a better idea. Water. Now, don't panic. I am pouring this out of my kettle, but it is not boiling water. It's just literally cold water. And I'm just going to fill this in the center section. And honestly, it works really well to add enough weight to keep everything where I need it to be without leaving any like pressure marks from random objects balanced on top. Now, for our icy blue pieces, I decided to take the party outside. It was actually a beautiful day for once. And I thought, you know, if I'm going to spend another eternity chopping up resin, I may as well do it outside, getting some fresh air and pretending like I'm a functional human being. So while I'm chopping up these pieces, I feel good about all the vitamin D I am soaking up on. And honestly, it was quite peaceful. I mean, as peaceful as repeatedly chopping resin can be.
One eternity later.
I have managed to chop this many pieces, not all of them, not even close. I have that much still left, but I'm tired. Yeah, I'm tired. I mean, this is the first project I'm doing since recovering, and I am trying to take things slow. And I mean, still got bruises and everything. Like, I feel fine, but I still don't have all my energy back. So, and I thought, this was going to be like a nice and easy project. It is, but I obviously underestimated chopping up all of these pieces, which I obviously so badly wanted to do, but now I'm tired. So we're going to go with how much I've done, and they're all going to sink to the bottom anyway, I would imagine. So we're just going to stick with what I've done, and I'm pouring the second roll. I'm doing it. Okay, so for our second bowl, we literally do the same process again. This time, my Let's resin I have tinted blue, just because obviously this is the icy blue badge. And same process, I in fact had to empty out my cake liners from this bowl thingy. So my cake liners currently do not have a casing. But that's how much I wanted these bowls to be made together. Just kind of like similar to our fire and ice tea light situation. I wanted to have these fire and ice bowls curing together. And this time around, I definitely did mix more resin than the previous bowl. And I just felt maybe we'll get like a bit of a deeper bowl, and that might be fun too. Again, just trying to put the lid on without trapping too much air. So I did have to like lift it and then pull it down slowly and just like press it down to make sure I don't catch any notorious pockets. And once I'm happy, I did use a little bit of tape on the sides just to place it down, and then filled it up with water and leave these to cure. The fireball was curing, the ice ball was curing, and for the first time in what felt like forever, I was officially done chopping resin. Okay, time to unmold these if they do come out, because a lot of you warned me that when you've tried it, it hasn't worked for you, but I'm hopeful. There are issues with this one. I think it flash cured. As you can see, all of those wrinkles. So I think it flash cured. A couple of reasons. I used more resin in this one than this one. And I didn't use deep pour for either, just because I'm impatient and I didn't want to wait like days for these to cure. But obviously, don't do what I do.
You do as I say, not as I do.
And it's extremely hot here. And I poured this in the morning and it wasn't as hot. And then obviously in the afternoon, as things went on, it got hotter. More resin, a lot of heat, and it flash cured. So that's entirely on me. That being said, it might still be okay. I don't know. Like it's got wrinkles, but maybe we can call that intentional. I don't know. Let's see if we can get these out. So I was just pulling away the plastic, fully prepared of some resistance and drama at this point. But guys, it was actually working. The plastic was peeling away from the bowl exactly the way I hoped. Maybe even slightly better than I hoped, because let's face it, we used zero mold release, like nothing. I know I was optimistic, which I oftentimes am, but if you've watched this channel for any length of time, you would know that my optimism occasionally crosses over into full-blown delusion, but this time it actually works, and I'm so happy and smug at this point. It's out. Okay, here we go. Okay, I have a bit of an overspill. Let's see, let's snip that right out. Okay, yeah, I see this is wrong, but sorry, Sky. I feel like it's time for a very important interruption, Sky break. And he is here reporting for duty, head of quality control, chief supervisor, and part-time treat inspector. But basically, he's here to remind you to like the video, comment, subscribe, and engage if you are enjoying the chaos so far. Okay, so I see there's issues, but it worked. Can I just say, I think it worked really well. Like, this is actually really nice and smooth and rounded. I might just use my deburring tool to go over the edges just to make sure they're not sharp, but that's kind of cute. It works better than what I was expecting. I'm excited about this one. Once again, this other bowl, same thing, it is coming out nice and clean. Now, there is the downside that this whole contraption does not survive the unmolding experience. So to get the bowls out, I did have to end up like ripping the plastic, and unfortunately, I won't be able to use our bowl making contraptions again until I obviously get another batch of my cake liners. I'm also just trying to be careful unmolding, because obviously the plastic, when it tears, is quite sharp. unlike your regular silicone mold situation. With that being said, you know, maybe if I used more release, I wouldn't have to tear them open. I don't know. Again, might have to test that in future. But for now, I am taking the win. This is stunning. Stunning. Like, wow. I need to trim the edges, but this one is perfect. Like, it is absolutely stunning. Okay, we do have a few bubbles. Again, just deep core resin is a safer bet in these, and you wouldn't have any bubble issues. Again, I could have used a bubble removal machine. Let's Resin have one, in fact. Why didn't I think of that? But I don't care. Like, they almost look like glitter. I am not mad at it. This is stunning. I'm going to trim out the edges, and then I think I'm ready to show you some decent final shots, because this is amazing. And these, because I'm a pastry chef, I end up using a lot of these, and I'm so saving them because, like, wow. I think they turned out pretty stunning. Now, I might go back and do a thin top coat in the center of the balls just to bring that extra shine. But guys, I'm obsessed. The way the light catches all of those glittering fragments, it's gorgeous. Like, every time you move them, a different piece lights up. I don't know how to describe it. I love it. And the fact that these were literally offcuts, like literal bits that could have like just easily ended up forgotten in a box somewhere. And we've made something like functional and decorative and completely different from their original purpose. Just makes me so happy. Like, makes my creative recycling heart so happy. I hope you've enjoyed this questionable project, which I think turned out not so questionable, but you know, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Did you think this would work? I need to know in the process, did you guys think it was gonna work? Would I be able to unmold these? I need to know. So now I have ended up with fire and ice balls even. I mean, this was such a satisfying project. This one, perfect. Stunning. This one, I don't know, help a girl out. Should we just leave it as it is and embrace its awkwardness? Call it intentional? I don't know. Or should we do something to sort of hide this half of the ball and maybe like stick? I do have some more pieces of these scraps, so maybe like chop some up and like attach them on the side. I don't know. Help a girl out. Let me know if we're leaving this or we want to do something further to it. This one I'm not gonna touch. Love. I hope you enjoyed this video. I shall see you in the next one. Bye. If you've enjoyed this video, YouTube thinks you will like these too, so go check them out.